What is going on, my YouTube friends? Guys, I haven't been out in the garage. I had the COVID, so I'm getting over that. So I've been back to work, trying to put some hours in, try to get some of that money caught back up. Yeah, buddy. So anyhow, we're out here today. We're checking out the wiring harness for the Fairmont. This is the original wiring harness, and it really don't look that bad. I mean, there's some things that we need to fix on it. Need to clean up, need to rewrap it. So this is gonna be more like a wiring harness rebuild. How's that? Yeah, that's what we'll call it. So let's turn around here and see what we got so far. Under the dash wiring harness right here. Everything's going to connect to the radio and steering wheel and headlights and your fuse box. Fuse box is kind of messed up, but I think we can still use it. And then our harnesses for our turn signals and everything else for underneath the dash. And yeah, we all know what that's for. So all the plugs and everything looks good. So I'm pretty happy with the harness. It's pretty good shape. Get that. Oh, look at that. We've got a light bulb. I wonder if that light bulb will fit in my test lamp, because I blew the light bulb in my test lamp out. Yeah, buddy. So we got that. So like it says, all in all, the harness isn't in that bad a shape. Some of the clips and stuff for underneath the dash we still got, but you can still buy these. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, because of the Mustang. So, yeah, like I said, so the harness ain't bad at all. And this is under the dash harness. So we'll get to working on this and get it cleaned up. The fuse box, if I can find another box that's in good shape, I can take those clips out and plug it back into another box. I'm sure it'll be time consuming, but, But then again, I could probably still use this box, just have to figure out a way to mount it up, But the wires are not dry rotted or nothing like that. They're not cracking, so they're in good shape. So it's pretty good. And then we have the engine harness sitting back here under the hood harness for the headlights and everything else. Sit back here. And it just needs to be taped up and recovered. And so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge here, but we'll clean all the wires up, inspect them real good, and we'll rebuild this harness, or freshen it up, or whatever you want to call it. So this is everything I got for the wiring harness. I'm glad I saved everything. I still have the speedometer and all that, and the cluster and everything in the box over there still. So I got all that still. But I think I'm going to use the Mustang one because it's not going to be an automatic on a column anymore. It's going to be on the floor. So I got the steering column already fixed up for that. I did that when I pulled the steering column out. But yeah, so far my little repair job's holding up on the dash. And I started removing some of the paint, just a little bit right here, because Funky 5.0 told me just to be real careful with this. So that's what I'm doing, Be real careful. So I'm just trying out a little spot to see how it turns out, and then we'll go from there. But the dash isn't in that bad a shape. So anyhow, I just wanted to make a little video here and let you know what's going on with this wiring harness. And we'll get that. I'll bring the rest of the shell out. I'll get it out from behind the shed over there and get that thing done. So we got quite a bit of work to do, guys. Quite a bit of work to do. And I hate to say it, but spring is coming. And the bad part about it is we're going to be wanting to go to car shows and stuff, so I'm not going to be wanting to work on this as much, but I'm going to do my best to work on it here and there and try to get things going with it, so we're just moving along little by little. So yeah, we had the COVID, man. It really didn't hit me that hard. It didn't hit me as hard as it hit the wife, but I'm glad we're pretty much over it. Back to work and getting going. And I could come out here and work on the Fairmont, and let me turn this around. So I'd come out and work on the Fairmont while I was going through the COVID, but I was just exhausted, I get out here and I get set up and I just go right back in the house and sit down and watch TV or get my lazy boy and take a nap. I just couldn't get nothing done. You know what I'm saying? When you got the COVID, you kind of can't think real good. You know what I'm saying? Because you're exhausted. Your head's exhausted. Your mind's exhausted. And you're worried about it because you hear so many bad things about the COVID and stuff like that. And like I said, I didn't get it as bad as a lot of people's gotten it. So I'm very blessed, very lucky, you know. But I mean, I take the vitamin D and all that zinc. We take all that stuff. So that might have helped. Hopefully it did, you know. But we're going to get back at it now. All the tail light and the harnesses and everything is still in the car. So that's good. So I'm going to pull all that out. We're going to clean that up, freshen it up, make it all good. So we're going to freshen this harness up. Worst comes to worst, I have a guy over by the junkyard down the street from him. He builds car harnesses. So what I do, I'll just take this harness to him and say, hey, man, make me a new one. You know, so we'll see how this works out. And I'm really need to find something for the fuse box. You know, and I'm sure I can find some somewhere. I might even have one at the yard. I got a 79 Mustang over there, so I'll check that and see if that's still there. If it's in good shape, I'll snip it, and I'll just shake the clips. Let's do it one at a time, you know what I mean? So we can get it out here and get it right. So, guys, just giving you an update. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. You guys, if anybody tells you any different, you tell them come see me, and I'll tell them you're awesome. Have a great rest of your day.